What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with an update from Big Ramy. Supposedly a very recent physique update that made everyone again talking about Big Ramy making a comeback one more time, probably at this upcoming Arnold, which of course is happening next year in March. And that cheeky caption that Big Ramy put up on his IG story that also seemed to indicate that this might actually be a start of the prep. Now, as a bodybuilding fan, nothing can be more exciting than that. To see a 2 times Olympia champion back on the stage after a gap of 3 years. As the last show that Ramy did, that was the Arnold, Ohio, back in 2023. So, the legs on Ramy in these updates, they look pretty damn monstrous. So kind of seems like that the man has been eating big in the last few weeks or so, because he did look a bit downsized a few months ago. Now considering that both William Bonac and Brendan Carey, they are both older than him, and both of them are still competing at the highest level. So that does kind of give us a bit of hope that maybe Big Ramy, he can do that too, especially if his heart, that is still in it, and that is gonna be the major factor in him finishing the prep, if this is actually a prep. But before making the comeback official, he has to talk to the judges to get their feedback on what they want to see on him as per his Arnold, Ohio 2023 look. Because the man looked pretty damn awesome, and that was one hell of a physique back at the Arnold. And as per many fans out there, and even some of the experts, Big Ramy was unfairly placed. Even a guy like Phil Heath said this on camera, that him getting fourth, that was very unfair. And even some other pros that talked about this. Now Andrew Jacked, he was not anywhere close to what the man is looking like right now, the way we saw him at this year's Olympia and Romania Pro. But the judges still placed him ahead of Big Ramy at that show. Now on the other hand, if this comeback actually happens, regardless of where Big Ramy places at the Arnold, Ohio 2026, or maybe at the Pittsburgh Pro, as these are two of the biggest shows before the Olympia, and they are definitely the ones that Big Ramy should consider. So regardless of how he does at these shows, where he places, if he makes this comeback official, that is gonna be the biggest storyline of this upcoming year, and we as fans, we will be more than thrilled. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. Next up, we have another update from Foda. So does that front double biceps that falls into some of the best front double out of all the top guys who are competing in the men's open at the moment. The man looks so complete, so aesthetic, and every muscle group that complements the other one, which makes his overall flow so damn amazing. And not just in this pose, but also the front lat spread, that is arguably one of the best in the men's open at the moment. So it has been a few months since Foda started working with Patrick Tuor as his coach. So they did only one show together, and that was Dubai Pro. But they got together just 1 week before that show. And since then, Foda has been on a mission to bring a more thicker, more bigger, and a more muscular version of him, especially bring up his back, so that it matches his front. And I'm telling you guys, if he's successful in bringing a more detailed back, sometime next year, he will be so damn dangerous. So, the show that he must be aiming for, in my opinion, that might be Detroit Pro, based on how good and lean the man has been looking in his recent updates. So, there's a chance that he might start his prep very early in the season. So, a very good show choice, since that black backdrop that will allow every IFBB pro to present an awesome physique, and they all know it will be showcased the way a bodybuilding physique is supposed to be. Because that show without a doubt has the best lighting that all of these bodybuilders could dream of. So Foda has worked with some of the best coaches in the industry. I mean, initially, when he first came onto the scene, he was working with a guy like Hani Rambod, and then he had more than 1 year working with Stefan as his coach. So now, with a full off season under his belt with Patrick Tuor, I'm guessing he's gonna show up a lot better overall, especially from the back, the next time he steps on stage. So the only missing link in his physique, that is of course his back. Hopefully he can bring that up and get back to the Olympia stage in 2026. So this is Hosstile Products from earlier today, growing like a weed, and look at his current condition, 7 weeks post his Open Olympia debut. So Ors isn't playing around, and he got into seriously heavy training and intense workout sessions very soon after the competition season. And now he's gonna have a very long off season, a full-blown growing phase, where he will finally eat like an open bodybuilder without any fear of coming down to make a certain weight cap. So Ors, even at his Olympia debut, he was able to beat some awesome guys, some veterans of the game who have been competing in the Open for so many years. I mean, how about Regan Grimes, who has been competing as a pro since 2017. Also, Ors beat a guy like Rubiel, Brett Wilkin, who was also making his Olympia debut. So they all got beat by Ors very convincingly. And that just goes to show us that the structure on this guy, that is insane. And the fact is, Ors just needs more time. So his physique changed dramatically from Classic to the Men's Open in a matter of just a few months. And now that he's going all out, in terms of size to putting on more muscle, I'm guessing this will be an epic year for Hosstile Products. So how many former IFBB pros, they failed to win a pro show in the Open division earlier this year, and Ors was able to win 2 shows back to back on his first try, which just goes to shows that he 100% belongs in the Open bodybuilding category. So a legend like Jay Cutler said that he can win an Open Olympia in the future. Now that's probably getting a bit hasty, but in my opinion, he can definitely be top 8 in the upcoming years, maybe as high as top 6. So the best of Ors, that is loading for 2026. So how about some of these physique updates from your reigning 2 times Olympia champion, Derek Lunsford? So it's a very high likelihood that Derek is not gonna compete in any show other than the Olympia next year. So he had a very long grueling year, with him competing in 3 of the biggest shows, starting from the Arnold, then Pittsburgh, and then the Olympia. And Chris Aceto, his coach, he might also advise him to give his body a break, some rest. But still, look at the dedication of Derek. His condition even right now, that looks so supreme, which just goes to show us his insane work ethic and how regimented Derek stays all year round, no matter what phase of the year he's in. Now, we can argue all we want about all of the competitions that Derek did in 2025, but when it's all said and done, this year is gonna be remembered as a legendary one in the bodybuilding books, as Derek did something unthinkable, something so unprecedented. He lost the Olympia title last year. He was being totally counted out, first for the Arnold, Ohio, and then again for the Olympia. And he made every prediction come wrong. And he came out on top in all 3 of the shows. Now the crazy part is that this guy is only 32 years old. He has got plenty of time to get better, to improve overall. All he has to do is to stay healthy, and as per his current look, 7 weeks post show, he's already on the money. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.